It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom-led pilgrims from Plymouth Bay, Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and ends. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin Wharf, Fenway Park, Omar Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Oh,
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone today?
I'm good, man.
What a way to start the Monday. Listen, we got to bring our guest up. I'm like dying to bring her up here. So with no further ado, real quick,
That's
the
a
one
quick
and only
Yes.
Miss McKinney. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
We're not worthy. We're not
Listen,
worthy.
I just want to say thank you.
That way.
All my chat loves you. They were dying and they kept saying,
yeah.
you have to get her on. You got to get her on. And I'm like, all right, chill, relax. We got this. So thank you so much for spending some time with us. I know your time's valuable.
Much appreciated.
As is your intelligence, which is I'm really interested to hear some of the things that from your side, because I think you have been like shielded from the other facts, the stuff that doesn't get allowed into court.
Yeah, I've been trying to make a good point of that. It's some of it's trying to trickle through, but I kind of just
So I guess the first thing is, do you have any questions for us?
I just want, so have you guys been in it since the beginning? What made you guys pick up the mantle?
I have been, I was at Karen's pre-trial conferences way before.
Okay.
So I was allowed actually at the very top of the stairs. And then they kicked us down a level, and they kicked us down to the bottom. Then now they're sending us down the street a half mile. Okay. So I've been there from the absolute very beginning, and I have 100% of Karen Reed footage every time that girl went to court. I've recorded all of it. I've also recorded all of Aiden Turtle Boy's stuff because he's just as involved as other people.
Recent one when the Avengers walked in. So
yeah. Oh yeah. In time, that will have much more significance.
Okay.
Because Aiden was sitting there to have that happen. He deserved that. Because he's been at this for God, man, a long time. And he's just, done his job. But this is a different animal altogether, as you're seeing. Yeah. So what's your take on this?
I don't understand. It's I'm always asking, what is going on here?
So, and you made a great point. You were talking yesterday, and you made a point that you almost expect that there's going to be some corruption, and it's how the system works, and it almost is almost built into the system, right? Yeah. It just has to kind of be there, right? Because it is. So, but to get out of control to the point where you can murder a young girl you've been just destroying from the absolute first second you met her, killing her, and then doing the same to a Boston cop. I mean, that's it. Listen, this ain't some dude on the snow. This is a cop.
Exactly. It's the audacity of the corruption that is startling to me. It's you guys don't care that we can see you. Like, we're here. You know that it's the audacity of the corruption. Because like I said, there is built-in corruption. It just is what it is. We accept it. It's just life. We know that if you give people a certain amount of power, they're going to take advantage of it. And we turn our backs for the most part because we just feel like, criminals are corrupt. So sometimes you can't always play the good guy. Mm-hmm. But
I think that's fair. I think you're absolutely right on the money with that. I think that's absolutely fair.
But once we see it, you have to pretend you didn't do it. You can't just go, yeah, that's what we're doing. Like, no, we all collectively agree that we'll allow it, but if we see it, we're going to act appalled, and you're going to get in trouble, and you're going to act appalled like you're so sorry, you didn't mean to do it. But these people in Canton are like, what are you going to do about it? Yeah, this is what we're doing. What are you going to do about it? And if you don't like what we're doing, we're going to charge you with witness intimidation. And it's like, what? Everybody just okay with it's like, what is going on? That's why I won't step foot in Massachusetts. I don't want to throw a gum wrapper on the ground out there because it's
no, it's that bad. It really is.
Like walking your dog, maybe, or something like that.
Nope. Don't jaywalk out there. You're going to prison.
You're speaking to the choir, man. I live in Canton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mike, you want to give her a little rundown real quick about what happened with you?
I wouldn't throw a gun wrapper in Canton and not get arrested. Just so you know, I got arrested 3 times. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Really?
For what, Mike?
I'm an outsider. I married into Canton. My wife was from here, so I married in here. So one time it was for walking my dog with my skateboard. I stopped traffic by mistake. One time, a disorderly conduct in my own driveway because my car was parked in the road. And the third time is that I allegedly spit on somebody inside of a Walgreens that was my contractor. I got arrested 3 times.
Canton. Welcome to Canton.
You pack up and go away. Arrested?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brought to court. Yeah. So I have relatives that live here that are, old, my in-laws and some other family members that live in Canton. I'm not going anywhere until we're all settled and everybody knows what they're doing in life. And yeah, we out.
In time.
Yeah, it sucks. It absolutely sucks. It's like I used to walk my dogs 2 times a day, 3 times a day, and people speed. I used to call the police because people were speeding like 60 miles an hour down to 30 miles an hour. So I called 44 times in 30 days, and they basically locked me up for that. That was their way to shut me up. You know what I mean? That's their way around.
Complaining about the traffic on his road.
Say that again.
Don't lock up the people speeding.
Because Mike was complaining. He was complaining about the traffic and being a safety issue because it was if you have a nice car, that's the road you want to drive on because it's
like a windy.
Yeah.
But then as soon as someone is hurt or killed, it's going to be like,
oh yeah,
off the speeding.
God forbid an accident happened, and they happen.
Oh my God.
But after 2 years though, I was able to get speed bumps put in on my road and the road where I walk my dogs, which all right, I'll take it. I haven't been arrested since, but laying low. I do my thing up here.
Criminal. What a bad guy, man.
How?
Handcuffs? Like, what is going on? Why is everybody getting arrested? What?
I was in my flip-flops in jail. Yeah. Handcuffed. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
18 months probation.
For which one?
First one. 18 months probation.
That's insane.
I'm you're breaking up.
Tommy, hold on. What?
Did you have to pay for your probation?
No, there was no pay, but I paid $6,000 for my attorney, and he's never practiced in Stoughton before, and he was like, "We're just gonna quaff that. We're gonna get out of this, okay? We're gonna get out of it." Yeah, exactly. You know what? Because when you're up against the machine, you're like, "Nah, this is too small, Mike. You're gonna be good for 18 months, right? You're gonna be good. I'm fine. Yeah, get the fuck out. Let's go. Yeah, sucked. Go ahead, Tom.
I have a question.
Oh yeah, sorry. I also knew John. I played basketball with John O'Keefe.
Yeah, he knew John very well.
Yeah,
And they were close.
We go way back. That's a little side
wow.
story, but
He
so it's personal. It's fucking personal.
John's family, they all played basketball, or two of them played basketball, John and his father. And his father would bring John with him to play with Mike. So Mike watched John grow up when he get on the police force. So John, John grew up right in front of Mike's eyes. And then, I have a question, and this is kind of like a legal question, and it's very confusing to me. Over the weekend, me and Mike are going back and forth with this issue that we have, and maybe you can help us.
Okay.
Let me just pull it up here. So this comes up on. Actually, let me save it. This comes up on the state of Massachusetts website for us.
Okay.
And it's not illegal, okay, per se. Where is my share button?
It's troublesome.
It's just it's yet another thing that we kind of got to look at, and it's just not really right to us. This right here is corporation data stuff, right? This is Massachusetts. Do you know anything about corporations legal wise?
A little.
Okay. So this is just a basic LLC in Massachusetts, blah, blah, blah. However, it's Brian Albert.
Oh.
Well, then that's okay. He's allowed to do this, right? It's just an LLC. Anyone can make one, right? Pay the money. So he's, but I'm looking at this, right? I'm going, I know that address. I know who that is. So I go to Google and I Google the address, and lo and behold, let me share this. And this is confusing to me. The address comes up as this guy.
Who's that?
That's Kevin Reddington. He is the attorney for Jen McCabe. How is his business registered in her attorney's office? Or is that legal?
And that's where he wants his mail.
So it's just
for that business, yeah.
Send it to him.
He just wants the mail to go directly to his office.
Well, yes, your question.
When I go to the website, there ain't really nothing there.
Because it's probably also what it's actually going to be, or what it's holding space for. But whatever it is, he wants the mail and the papers and the documents to go to his office.
Let's just say that Brian Albert is at his office in Brockton at Kevin Reddington's building, and Jen McCabe shows up. Jen McCabe shows up for a consultation. Can Brian Albert walk into Kevin Reddington's office and talk with impunity amongst the three of them?
No, not unless they're talking about some combined legal issue. If Brian Albert is in the room when Jen McCabe is talking to her attorney, then she's waiving privilege.
Can Kevin Reddington hire him as a PI and use the PI as a way to get him in the room with her?
Anybody in the room besides your client, you're waiving privilege. So even the PI has to stand outside the room when you're talking to your client about legal.
No shit. Wow. Oh, can I swear? By the way, I don't know.
I don't care.
All right. All right. Sorry.
So connections like that are weird. And another example, right? We decided to get together, get the town to vote for an audit. So we tried to audit the police department. we tried.
We won.
I'm walking. Well, we got it, but that's a whole nother story. But so I'm walking down, filming the line of people. There's like 2,000 people that don't come out to town meetings that are coming out. They are all over the place. So I'm walking down, and this guy comes out of the crowd. Pow! Decks me. Never seen this dude in my life. So I make a big scene about it, and here come the cops. Now there's cops around, and this guy's got my phone. He decked me and took my phone.
Oh my God.
Cops show up. What's he do? He gets in the front seat of the police cruiser. You know why? First off, Canton. Second off, chief of police's brother-in-law, ex-brother-in-law. So he's allowed on film, come out of the crowd, hit me on film. Never happened.
So wait, let me understand that. So you're arrested for walking your dog on a skateboard. So someone can walk out of a crowd and punch you and no arrest. And you guys are okay with living like that? That's not.
No,
No, I'm not. No.
hence why the Karen
Why-
Reed thing. She's a product of X, and we're
Yeah.
trying to break up that X because you can't
It
get
runs
there.
deep. It runs deep. You know what I
It
mean?
seems like it, and that's
Yeah.
most times
Leadership. Yeah.
fighting the trolls about she did it, and it's always like, but it doesn't matter at this point. I mean, I don't think she did, because you, like I say all the time, you'd have to convince me of so many other things.
Yeah.
To convince me she did it. But is this the kind of investigation you want? Is this the kind of police force you want? Is this the you want to give them to be like, yeah, it's fine? That's not okay. The way they did this investigation, the way they talk about this investigation, the way they are the audacity of them, even now, for this second trial, is like, this is not okay. And I, like, you guys have been living in it, so you're like Stockholm syndrome a little bit, but
Yeah, a little. Yeah, no, she's right. She's right. We accept things as being okay, and when they're absolutely not.
Not normal.
Correct. Did you hear about the guy with the rubber ducks?
Yes.
Okay.
That's so good. That was so good. She's right on the money.
Who am I intimidating by putting rubber?
They spent more time on that than they did on the investigation. 3 pages for John O'Keefe. What, 60 for the ducks?
That's
plus insane amounts of overtime. It's all a money grab.
Because who am I intimidating with these? If you're intimidated by ducks, I'm gonna need you to wrap yourself in a bubble and don't go outside.
Next question's legal question. What do you think about Karen's appeal to the Supreme Judicial Court in regards to that, the double jeopardy, and how, what's your thoughts on that? Seeing how you've already watched the trial.
They ruled on that, right? They did not, or is it still pending?
I think it's still pending. Something come out this morning. It was motion. Where is it?
It's at the First Circuit.
Yeah, First Circuit. Appellant Karen motion to stay state court pending proceedings pending appeal.
She wants to.
Let me show you. Let me just show you, because I probably read that completely wrong. This is it.
Let's see. I can't see that. Can you make it bigger? Appellate reads to stay state court proceedings. Okay, so the appeal is still pending, and she wants to hold this trial until which makes sense, because listening to the jurors say that they had a verdict on 2 of them of not guilty,
right?
Making me try those charges again, like. That is double jeopardy, I think, but because the jurors didn't fill out the form, because apparently they didn't know.
They did. They had 50 pages of juror instructions from Beverly Cannon. 50 pages of jury instructions.
And somebody didn't tell them, because but when they came out and they were hung or deadlocked, she should have asked them, well, are you deadlocked on all the charges? Yes. Which charges are you deadlocked? And even question them, didn't poll them. She just, okay, you're good, you're done. And I agree with Karen. Like, no, they had verdicts. I'm not guilty. And I think the only one they were still pending on was what, the drunk driving one or something like that, which is crazy.
Causing bodily injury after bodily injury with alcohol involved. I think that's the one that was, because they couldn't prove she did it or didn't do it. They know that she was there and John was there. That's all they really
response to sending someone to prison. But whatever. And the fact that they even have a drunk driving charge is very audacious, considering it seems like everyone in Canton police force is drunk all the time.
They are.
And they just go to work drunk, apparently, according to Brian Higgins and Michael Proctor. You just
couch in the back, go sleep it off a little bit.
Drunk, you just feel like doing a bunch of work or something. I don't know. So it's like, to throw that on is just like, okay, you guys you're dragging it. Like, let it go.
How do you think Higgins plays into this whole thing?
Oh, I can't stand him.
He's like, she's on the money.
Oh my God, I love it.
Got it.
I can't stand him. I with when he laid out the three culprits that he thinks did it. I'm still struggling with how Colin fits, but I 100% believe that Brian Albert and Brian Higgins had something to do with it. Brian Higgins more so, because again, with all these people, it's if I give you that you did nothing, let's go with that Karen hit John O'Keefe, left him there and left, and you guys had no idea. Why are you lying? Or not even lying. Why are you refusing to answer questions that has nothing to do with anything? When Jackson asked Brian O'Keefe, so she ignored you, right? So she wasn't why? I don't know. I don't know what her mind state was. Maybe she didn't see it. Shut up, thick neck. You know that she was ignoring you, and you were mad twice. It's like, but if you didn't do anything, you wouldn't feel the need to lie about that. You wouldn't feel the need to even like fight.
All right. I have a question for you. If you went on a trip to Aruba, right? And while you're down there, if this little punk little girl went in your backyard with his buddies, her buddies, and drank on the back deck while you were on Aruba, and you kept going up to the ring button, bring, or flipping him off while he's on vacation and ruining the guy's entire vacation with notifications on his phone from his backyard that's locked in a fence, and this kid's drinking in his backyard that he don't know, but they're bringing his doorbell. I'm sorry. What would you feel? How would you feel about that if you were on vacation and that someone was doing that to you?
I'd be on the next flight back to punch them in the face.
So there may be some tension between you and whoever was ringing that doorbell like all night long, drinking with their buddies, right?
Yeah, and what's the point? Why are you? What are you doing?
That just being
Chris Albert.
Or there's a picture of Chris, Julie, and Colin on John's fence on the outside while he's on vacation.
Yep.
I don't think Julie would invite guys in the backyard drinking, so I don't know.
Oh wow.
While they're on vacation.
What their issue? I feel like they had for sure either an issue with John or Karen, and I just want to know what it was. And it feels like all these people are assholes, and it feels like John probably wasn't.
That's right.
Yep, he didn't fit in with them.
It feels like he was the only one who was not even like hearing about him take care of his best friend's wife's kid, or
Yep, he did.
It seems you guys are dickheads, and he's not, and you don't like that about him.
Yep, and he was an outsider too. He wasn't from Canton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He wasn't in that clique.
Like.
Nope.
Probably like you.
Yeah. So
weird, but you try. I understand that. Like, I'm here. I might as well like try to fit in, try to be friends. These are cops. Hopefully, a little bit of sense.
Right.
That's what I don't understand. That's what bothers me most about this whole thing. And I say it all the time. We can have our issues with cops. Some people do. But when a cop falls, they should get everything in lieu of investigation.
Right.
This investigation is, I think cops from everywhere should be pissed. Especially Boston, though. Like, I feel like the Boston PD should be up in arms just as much as the Free Karen Reed people. Because this is the investigation you gave our fallen officer. Regardless if he fell in the line of duty or not, he was still one of us.
They've never discounted blue on blue yet once. No, whatever you said, zero. Silence. So I have another question real quick before you leave, because this is the things I was thinking. All right. I'm not sure if you have or you have not. However, if you are now sitting in front of Karen Reed, what would you say to her?
I would say, shut up. Or tell her, stop talking. You don't need to do any interviews.
Right.
And I'd also tell her to take care of herself, because, listen, I don't think I would have made it this far, if I'm being 100% honest.
I know I couldn't.
Training experience of anybody's life. Like, and First of all, I hate liars. I hate liars, and I hate when somebody insults my intelligence. And to just have to sit there,
Mm-hmm.
lie on you, and you don't get to say anything with this mouth. They put me out of the courtroom. They put me in like a separate courtroom with the TV. I don't know if you guys watched the guy who ran through the parade in Wisconsin, where he was representing himself. The judge had to like move him to another courtroom because he wouldn't stop talking, and like just unmute him when she wanted him to say something.
Nice.
That'd be me. They would
Jesus.
have to put her over there because she won't stop talking.
Yeah. So, like you say, I don't think I could even go a couple days with this stuff. It'd be so frustrating when you know that they're all lying, right? So like,
And it's you against so many of them, because it is sometimes like when people say like, well, all these people can't join a conspiracy. I can see that logic. I can see people thinking there's no way all these people are lying. But then you think like these people seem like they do it all the time. This seems like this is their way of life. Seems like they are good at keeping things insulated into their little bubble and knowing what to say. That one text message, the guy never came in the house.
Oh,
That's like sealed the deal for me, because that's
yep.
not
Yeah.
about your friend who just died. You don't say the guy never came in the house. That text message would be, oh my God, I'm so like, I wish we would have checked on him. I wonder why he never came in the house. Like, not the guy. He hasn't.
right.
Yeah.
They invited him there.
Yeah. And if he doesn't come in the house, you see the car outside, you don't go check, you don't call, you don't do anything.
See, when John went to D&E that day, I think he went to ask if Kevin Albert was going to be at the waterfall, because he had something going on with Kevin Albert. 53 times he sent stuff back and forth to the police station for Kevin Albert to investigate. 53 times. The chief of police admitted that in the selectmen's meeting.
They won't, of course, we won't know what that was. Did it disappear? Who knows what that actually?
She's getting called. She's getting called to the stand the second time around, Chief Rafferty. So we'll see what happens if they try to connect. Yeah, and so is in Kevin Albert. Yeah, I have a new list. I don't know what is that your Twitter handle right down there? McKinney.
I don't have Twitter because I had to get out of that cesspool.
Isn't it bad?
Cool.
Isn't it sad? It's sad. It's so bad.
Oh, it's sad.
I'll have Tom post it on Facebook, and if you want to grab it, it's color coded. Who's calling? If they're calling the same witness. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen Sleuthy Goosey's spreadsheet by any chance?
No.
Jesus Christ,
but you know what I watched last night? The microdots.
That's Richie. Isn't he amazing?
That was amazing. And it's like, how do you see that? And this is just using their words and not think, okay, something's up.
Yeah.
How you see that and just be like, yeah, but no, I don't know. He was there and she was
right.
It's okay.
Right.
No, it's that bad. And how do you make this stuff up?
How do you make this stuff up? I don't know. I just could not imagine being her every day in and day out with this amount of mess. And it's like I think they fully expected her to not fight this and to have it all just go away.
Correct.
Right.
But do you know how many people would not fight this? They'd just be like, what am I going to do against this great, big, huge machine?
Where do you even start? Right?
Where do you even start? Who would believe me against 5 cops?
Right.
I said it before, right? I mean, I'm glad they picked Karen Reed, and I'm sad that they picked her. Right? Yeah. I'm glad because I don't think honestly anyone else could have the moral fortitude to get to where we're even at today. Yeah. Forget about the second trial, possibly 3. Who knows? Bev likes 3s, but she's been so strong and so just intelligent from the go. So you got to admire that about the lady, and she's brilliant. So, what else? Do you have any questions that like just stump you?
I think Nan sort of answered it yesterday, because the only question I had was I could not stand Judge Cannoni's reprimand of the defense about them
Oh, yeah.
lying, and I still don't quite understand it, but I guess she's just wanted to say that because I don't understand what she thinks they lied about. I personally don't see the lie, but maybe I'm just not as in it as much. And I really hate Brennan's new motion to waive privilege.
Oh, I know.
It
Oh
makes
my
Yeah.
gosh. Have you ever seen anything like that? Motion of
thing
right.
like
So
that's
bad.
not in a criminal case. Civil
Right.
case, you do you get a little more grimy just because it's money.
Yeah.
Who cares? But when
Mhm.
someone's life is on the line, to try to get their personal privilege, like with their attorney, is just so disgusting. But that's why she
Okay.
needs to stop talking.
Okay.
No, understandable. No, totally
They're
get it.
try to do whatever they can with whatever she says. They're going
Exactly.
to wrap it and turn it into a knot, and she's not going to be able to clear any of it up. Her lawyers will do the best they can, but it's going to be hard because it's going to be her own words.
But even if it's the truth of what she said, because it's kind of, I mean, I can totally understand it. It just doesn't bothers me.
But just and it's a I keep saying, and people get really mad at me about it. That I haven't crossed the fence that the judge is absolutely corrupt yet. She's definitely doing a tightrope walk for me. But so far it's like, okay, I give you that it's just your style. But when he filed the motion to waive privilege, I was like, and she hasn't even ruled on that yet, but it just feels like lawyers know who to pull that shit with. Like, they know who to pull that crap, because the judge will literally, like, I don't say cuss you out because they try to be a little more buttoned up, but they will give you a lashing if you come in their court and try to make somebody waive privilege in a criminal case. Like, what are you doing?
So let's talk about the Lawtube end of this. Like, how do you think this is gonna get bigger? More of the law? Yeah, you think so?
I think because it's a second trial, and because like I said, I watched Emily D. Baker and I watched The Lawyer You Know, and those are the only two that I actually seen Karen Reed's name, but I just never paid attention to it. I'm not sure why.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I had never heard of it, so I was like, I don't even know what's going on. I don't know. But now I see a lot more of the lawyers that I follow on YouTube talking about it and being interested in it. So I think it's going to be bigger, and that's only for the best, because I don't like to say that people are dumb or stupid or don't have common sense. But there is a place to say that if you have a little bit of foresight, this case makes no sense.
Unless
lawyers are
right.
A lot of lawyers aren't even about whether she did it or not. A lot of lawyers are about, did they prove it? And there's no way anybody that went to law school thinks the Commonwealth proved their case beyond a reasonable doubt.
Okay.
At all.
Cool.
What do you think the strongest evidence is for the Commonwealth? Is it the text messages or the voicemails, the car, like Proctor being fired? I mean, like,
he was there and he was there. That's their
yeah.
Apparently. He was there and she was there, because
Right.
every other piece you can say that it's their evidence, but then you have to, just one additional question makes that evidence fall apart. Like, every single piece of evidence they have makes there's something else that go, okay, but this doesn't make sense with that. Like, even her dropping him off at the Albert House, then she drove forward enough to get up enough speed on the snow to drive backwards 26 miles an hour, and nobody saw that. But you have to remember that Julie Nagel's brother is outside.
That's right.
So how do you make up for that? How do you
Yeah.
make for him not seeing her reverse into somebody
Right.
26 miles an hour? Okay. Then they have the taillights. That's fine. But I keep talking about my driving record. I'm not the best driver. I mean, I get to where I need to go.
You're not going backwards at 24 miles an hour, right? You're not one of them
But
fast guy.
reversing.
She can park though.
Listen, before we had backup cams, it was a tight fight with me. I've hit a couple things, is all I'm gonna say. And I still had my taillights. I might have had a crack, I might have had a dent.
Yep.
But taillight did not shatter into so many pieces. And I've hit hard things. I've hit like concrete poles. I've hit like fire hydrants. I've hit other cars.
Things that stop you.
Like it may have like cracked or, you know, a little piece came out. But the way they're saying it shattered from his arm should be broken in 17 places.
You saw the photos, right?
Yes.
Which ones? Of the light?
The hospital photos of John?
Yep.
The actual photos, you've seen
I
them?
only saw the arm.
What?
I only saw his arm.
I have them if you want me to show you them. No? Okay.
Um,
But there's no way it was a car. No way it was a car.
To prove the arm is enough to prove that he wasn't hit by a car, because where is the road rash? If the ground is hard enough to crack his head, then it's hard enough to scrape his arm.
There's no stains on his pants either.
Nothing.
Grass, he would stain on the grass. He doesn't even have a broken collarbone. 12 pounds of pressure.
Absolutely nothing. So it's just like everything that they may have as evidence, there's something else that doesn't make sense. So their only evidence is that she was there and he was there, and Jen McCabe said she did it.
But however, the guy that lives across the street, the deputy chief of police of Canton, he's got 3 cameras on his house that show the entire scene. You know that, right?
That.
Huh?
It just didn't see that, huh?
No, he reviewed the footage. He determined that there was nothing of value, so he deleted it.
He's on the list though.
Why not keep it if it's nothing of value? Deleting is hot.
That's a great question. He's a cop. It's that promotion right there that gets him to chief. He's got one up on everybody.
He's the deputy chief of Canton.
Oh gosh. See? This is not where I want to be.
I know.
Where I want to. Who deletes it? If it's nothing of value, what you delete for?
Oh,
so
it was exculpatory for sure. Trust me. There was nothing
so
there.
How do you square the fact that Brian Higgins removed his SIM card? I'm sorry, he plugged it in, deleted some certain messages off the text string, left the whole thing, but took certain things out, then chopped the SIM card up, and then threw it away. And the phone. How do you square that?
People operate. That's just not what people do. Again, every piece, like, you have to pretend that we're not living in 2020, even when back where they were 2022. You have to forget everything about normal everyday activity in order to believe these people, because we all have cell phones, and that's not what people do. I worked my way through law school working at a T-Mobile store. Nobody gets rid of their SIM card. When they get a new phone, we put the SIM card in the new phone. Unless you've had it for more than 3 years, then we'll give you a new SIM card. But you're not the one who gets rid of it. Like we take it and we switch everything over, and nobody rolls their phone away. Phones are so expensive that you trade it in to get a discount. If you decide to keep it, you put it in a drawer, because you never know when you might need something out of it, or you need a new phone because the new one breaks. This is not what people do. And so like that alone is enough to make me go, that's weird. That's suspicious. Why would you throw your phone away with the SIM card at the Army base? Do you not have trash cans at your home?
That's a whole other
trash
thing.
Not come? What is going on? I'm never putting trash in my car and driving more than a foot down to my trash can. Like, what is going on? That's not what people do.
And you know what else is funny? We, even now, after the first trial, we still can't figure out where Higgins put his vehicle. He said he parked it in front of the mailbox. That's impossible, because Karen Reed would have had to drive around it. And the Nagel kid in the F-150 would have had to be behind it and would have drove around that too. Nothing there. No one saw it.
They haven't figured out how to make that lie fit yet. It's the same way why a lot of their story doesn't make sense. I feel like they came up with it. I tell my kids all the time, like, you thought about that lie, but you didn't think about the questions I was going to ask you. And now you're
Yep.
now you're looking crazy. You didn't think about the other side, and now you're looking
Right.
like they thought of these lies and they didn't think about the questions that would come to them.
Right.
Because same way, if Jen McCabe would have thought more than 5 seconds past her own face, the lie that makes sense about the butt dials, the lie
All of
that
them.
is, oh, he didn't come in the house, so I called him a bunch of times to see where he was at. But you didn't think enough because they hadn't come up with the lie yet that he didn't come in the house.
Why didn't she call Karen?
Because they hadn't come up with that lie yet. They hadn't come up with the lie that he didn't come in the house yet. And they couldn't call Karen because she would have just come back and that would have been too soon.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would have been too soon. They needed time. So it's like, I'm going to say butt dials, but now I realize that sounds stupid, but it's the audacity to still stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know that everybody in this room knows that you're lying.
That's right.
But it's the audacity to be like, yeah, it was a butt dial.
That's an ATF agent.
And that's scary.
Yeah, it is.
That's scary. Who, even when the dishonorably discharged Michael Proctor said that, you know, I've never had any complaints. It's like you're saying that as if it's like a check on your jacket when it feels like people are scared to complain. Does it feel like you're just this great, awesome cop? Feels like people are like, I'm not going in there. They're not going to do nothing for me.
That's right.
So me and Mike, we looked at all the different investigators that were in it, right? And do you know anything about Trooper Fanning?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Trooper
God.
Fanning was that's a you need to know about Trooper Fanning, and then Tully.
Kevin Albert.
Tully's got a thing for Aiden. He's just don't know what it is, but Tully wants Aiden locked up and thrown away the key. I don't know. And Buchanan, who's how he's dodgy. He's dodged everything, but he was just as involved as Proctor. 100%.
Yeah.
Freaking frack.
It's the same way with the questions. An inverted video is not the same. But why are you like the audacity to get up on the stand and be like, yeah, it's the same?
They were given that morning.
What are we talking about? It's not the same. And you know it's not the same. But why do you feel like you need to say that? Who are you covering up for? You know that it's not the same. But you're just like, it's the same.
Trying to pass it off. And just like you were saying at the opening, the audacity of passing it off. And we all know that's like, dude.
We all know it's ridiculous. And it's like they don't care that it's ridiculous. They feel like if I say it enough times, it'll just be. Yeah,
you're right.
And that's like, no, it's still ridiculous.
So third party culprit. What do you think about bringing that in?
I did not like that she made them do that. That annoyed me because I should be able to say I have someone in mind and we'll the trial. Because now, first of all, their whole first case was more about disproving Jen McCabe made that search than they spent more time on that than they spent on how it is Karen is supposed to have done this and make the timeline make sense. They spent more time on Jen McCabe's search. This next trial, they're going to spend so much time on disproving that it was Colin and the two Bryans, and it's going to be this much time on proving their timeline because their timeline makes no sense. For Karen to have hit him, it makes no sense. They only want to talk about that a little. They just want to make sure you don't think it's anybody else. And I don't like that they had to say that because now they know, okay, this is what we have to focus on. Figure out why it's not them.
Good point.
So Karen's attorneys have the grand jury information, right? If they did happen to go to a grand jury, and they would have those transcripts if that did happen, correct?
Yeah.
So they could go and look at all the times they've been on the stands and find out where the weaknesses and where they were lying, which is a lot of times because nothing fits.
Brennan is going to do 100 times better at prepping these witnesses than Lolly did.
Do you think Brennan's gonna try and go for like a gotcha moment?
He's gonna try, but with that little Weasley voice, it's not gonna land. But he's gonna try. Because it feels like that's what he's about, the theatrics. It feels like they called him in because Lolly was like monotone, dry eyes guy, and then you have Alex, who just has all these punches and he's loud and he's waking the jury up, and so they need somebody to kind of be on that same level playing field. So he's gonna try, but I don't think he can. I mean, again, these are lawyers too. They went to law school too. I just do not believe they believe in this case, but it's the cross they have to bear to make it seem like this is a winner. But I don't see any lawyer getting this case and being like, yeah, she did it. Even if they think it, I don't see any lawyer going to trial with this. They go, she probably did it, but the way you guys fucked up this investigation, there's nothing I can do with this. And I make the dishonorably discharged Michael Proctor go to that family and tell them why we can't get justice for him. You go tell them that you got blood in Dixie cups and you left his clothes in a brown paper bag to dry for 6 weeks or however long.
Right.
That you didn't question anybody. It's like you're gonna take the fall on why we can't take this to trial.
Right.
Nobody takes it to trial because there's just not enough. But they only take it to trial if they know what their judge is going to do,
right, and
they know what their jury's going to do.
Right.
I don't think they ever expected a hung jury. That's why she didn't ask them any questions.
Okay.
It's just like over it, like, oh, we got to do this again. And I think that if she asked them any questions, one of those charges was going to be not guilty, and she didn't want that.
Okay. That makes total sense.
I get that. I absolutely see that now. Boy.
Wow. You've said a lot of the right things that we've been thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, you're saying all. I'm like, I don't think I'm saying anything that people with any sort of brain power shouldn't be thinking.
Thank you for that.
I think it's how we hear it. I think you say it in a way that we relate to, that we get it.
Yeah.
I think it's just on that level, because I understand a lot more now, and my head's just.
It's so much though, like this, and that's why I've never done trial work, and watching trials like this makes me feel like I made the best decision in that, because I would have quit a long time ago and became like a nurse or a dentist or a veterinarian or something, because I would be like, no, absolutely not. I can't do it anymore. I don't want to look. I don't want any more emotions. I don't want to argue anything else. This is ridiculous. Like these cases, like this here, like it's. I can't stress enough to people how this is not normal. This case has had everything happen. Like this does not happen. Most cases have one or two of these things.
Right.
This case has had everything happen all at once, all the time.
Right.
I would be pulling my hair out.
Right.
It's too much. It's just
crazy. So
not allow another attorney. What was it Betterow?
Yes.
No, she doesn't. She needs like 5 more because it's too much.
Right.
These people need to sleep. If she had 5 more, then they can rotate.
Right. You're right.
Tell her she has more than enough attorneys. Like that's insane. I don't have enough. You see everything that's happening, and then you know that the state has the power of the state behind them. They have a whole office with 13,000 interns and 7 interns, all looking up all things all the time. And I need that.
100%, absolutely, and it's free. Doesn't cost them a dime. What do you think about Karen's attorneys not charging her, doing it for free?
I love that, because I feel like at this point it's personal for them. It's like you guys are in my face, and I allow it. And now I don't even want the money. I just want to wipe the floor with you people.
Yeah.
So you obviously predicted me.
The do it that I was like, exactly, do it. Because what are you even about?
Yep.
You can't pay a cop enough to come in and say that this investigation was done correctly.
No.
Set precedent for terrible investigations. Nobody call him again. If you get an expert to say this was an amazing investigation, you're gonna have to pay him to retire because nobody else will call him to be an expert ever.
I went to the full-time academy, and the state police are the ones that taught us about crime scene and stuff like that. And they did nothing right on purpose.
On purpose.
On purpose.
And right away, which is so sad because this is an officer.
You know, they could have, if they have this much pull, I don't see why they didn't just suck it up and call the police department, and it would have been under investigation forever. It would have never been ended. It would have just been a continued, because we have cases like that still. Yeah. You hear about the trooper that got beat up in the academy? Killed him? Yeah, he wasn't just, this just happened. They put a blanket over his head and everyone beat him and he died.
Oh my God.
Yes, he was recruit training.
And
police academy. In the academy, this happened.
I hope they at least didn't let any of the other recruits become police officers.
They graduated. Half the class left.
Oh my God. Not that.
They graduated the other half of the class. Oh yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, you're just at the tip of the iceberg. We got to slow it down
because we don't want happen.
We want you to come back sometime when because we get years of content for you if you want.
Again, you can't believe half the stuff that I could begin to even tell you.
Oh yeah.
And they just want people to just again, alcohol and audacity. That's I made that Canton's new slogan. I don't know if you know, Mike. I'm gonna put that on license plates. Canton, Massachusetts, alcohol and audacity.
And you ready for this? This is where it gets even better. Just like you say, how you know the truth and they put it in your face. They say it was you know what? It was a medical crisis, right? But it wasn't during a training exercise. They told us it happened when they were boxing. The guy had a broken leg. His neck was broken. He lost teeth.
And that's but that
fractured neck.
Of the reporting though, like who was the reporter on this? Why would you report that as a medical accident?
Right.
And here's another problem: the family speaks Spanish, so there is some, but the internet's great. The internet can convert it for us on the fly, so that helps. But they've done nothing. They didn't even fix the state police academy. They didn't say anything about it. They just carry on like it never happened.
That family is not even worth it to them.
Nope.
But that's
sad.
You
nailed it.
Fixed person and the worst person for them.
Yep.
It was perfect because they thought she was just like an outsider. Nobody knew, and she was just going to go away. But had another thing coming. They hate this. They absolutely hate this.
That's right.
But they're so in it now.
Yep.
Because people like asking, like, why do you think they just won't dismiss it? Because they're in it now. They can't dismiss it. They will never admit any wrongdoing. They can't.
How do you think social media is helping?
I think it's helping by getting the word out, but it's still pretty split, at least from what I see. There's still people who are like, but she did it, but she did it, but she did it. And people don't understand, or at least don't want to understand, that it doesn't matter. I don't think she did. And if you look past one witness, because I started to, when I watched this case, I saw like a snippet from somebody, and I was like, okay, I've seen this name. Let me see what this is about. Like, and from opening statements, I was like, what?
Let me get my popcorn.
She said, what? Huh?
It's not adding up. And so like he told his story, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give him a minute, but that sounds insane to me. And then when they said they found him on the lawn, in my head, because this is before I saw the house, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, there must be like tall trees or big bushes or something. I'm like, are you saying people were in the house and they left the house? I mean, what are we talking about? Like on the snow? Okay, what's happening? So I'm thinking there got to be trees. There got to be trees or bushes, and he was behind one of them. And then I saw the house, and I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. You're not going to convince me that not one of those people saw him laying in the snow.
Wow.
And from
So
then, like, okay, now prosecution, is your turn. You're gonna have to convince me. And the more witnesses they put on, I'm like, yeah, no, you're further falling farther down that mountain because you got a mountain to climb. And then there was Colin, and I was like, okay, this is a
eight,
joke.
18 months later, they went and they convinced that girl, Julie, what's the
Nagel,
last name? Julie Nagel, that she saw a black blob, just like something you see on cartoons, you know, like that, like the shadow they hide in. It's just a shadow, like
I
just
hope Julie Nagel never has a good night's sleep. I hope her pillow is always hot and there's always crumbs in her bed.
yeah,
Because
there probably is. Oh boy, Mike's off the end. You gotta mute Mike. He's gonna lose it on this one. He sees that's a whole meme stream coming.
why would you lie like
Sorry.
Crack his mic.
lie?
Yeah.
Like, you could have just kept your story. You did not have to add a lie. You could have just, I don't know, I didn't see anything. I would be okay. I wouldn't be okay with that because I don't see how y'all didn't see anything. But she would have the machine behind her too. So I would be okay with her being like, I just didn't see anything. To be like, oh, I saw a black blob all of a sudden. Like, girl, no, you did not. Because as a drunk, you're gonna be like, what is that? Let's go see what that is.
Bingo.
Especially drunk.
You said something about T-Mobile, right? You said something earlier about T-Mobile. You have knowledge about that the back end, right?
Yeah.
What would it take to get a new cell phone? Like, if could you buy a bunch of them? So here's for an example, right? Say there were like 5 people in my house, and I took all 5 people's phones that night, and I didn't give them back, and I had you all. How does that work?
You could, if they're all on the same, like if they're all on one plan, which is under your name, you could. But
they would be all separate. So if I confiscated every person that was in my house, if I took all their phones,
you couldn't go get another phone for like your wife. If her phone contract is in her name, you could go buy a phone from the store and not have it activated. Just buy a blank phone.
So that's what would happen.
Still her same SIM card. Like, she'd have to use that same SIM card that's in her old phone. You wouldn't be unless she went to the store to get a new one.
Right.
They have to pay the remaining on the other contract, and open a whole new lease, or to get a whole new line with a whole new phone.
Unless you went, like, so if you have one contract, and most people are on family plans. So like me and my 2 kids, we're on one. I could theoretically take their phones from them, go to the store and get new phones because it's my contract. But if my daughter had her own contract, I couldn't take her phone without her and go get a new phone. I could go pay the full price for a phone, which is what is nowadays, $1,500.
Money is no object sometimes.
I could go buy a $1,500 phone and bring it back to her and say, here's your phone. But she wouldn't be able to get rid of her SIM card. She'd need it. That's how the phone works. That's what's working.
So they'd have to get all new phone numbers also, wouldn't they?
No, they wouldn't.
No? Huh. Well, then wouldn't they be... See...
If you wanted to hide something.
Yeah, if you hide something, you do all of that. Because
yes. Well, yeah, just saying.
That iPhone, like when you iMessage, I don't think it comes up on if you're over Wi-Fi. I don't think those iMessages will come up on like a you have to get like the Celebrite data. You can't pull it from the carrier. Those don't come down from the carrier because they're being sent over the cell network.
Okay.
The same reason why people FaceTime each other, because it's harder because if you're on Wi-Fi, if you pull it down, you don't see that call on the carrier's network. You have to actually pull it from the phone. So if you don't have the phone, Brian Higgins doesn't have the phone. The only info they have is the messages that he printed himself and whatever came from the cell carrier.
Yeah. So you've had experience with Celebrite before, right?
Yeah.
Is it solid? Like it is?
I mean, I haven't worked at T-Mobile for about 12, 13 years, but it was pretty solid when I was using it. It was how we got everybody's data from one phone to the next.
Wow. Wow. Interesting.
Interesting.
I don't. I'm gonna have to actually listen really hard to the text experts this time.
Yeah.
Because them explaining that Jim McCabe search is just not computing. Now,
Right.
I know that I'm like tech illiterate. I'm not good with it, but that little piece is just not getting through my brain. I don't see how it works, because if it's true what they're saying, I feel like there's a lot of people in prison right now who should be wanting their case looked at again. And I would be like, Cellbrite had a problem where they said that I called this girl at 2, but actually I called her at 7. So you thought I was there, but I really wasn't. Just look at the Karen Reed case. They told you already that searches can be wrong.
Yeah.
There's
There's
a lot of people in prison
Yeah.
that their cases looked up because
Yeah.
the one person has a question, and I was going to ask this. What do you think about Morrissey going out of his office and hiring Hank Brennan? How come none of his internals would take it? Is it that bad?
It's that bad. I listening to Lolly, I don't think he ever felt like he was in it. He felt like he was doing his job.
Yes. Paycheck. He's getting a paycheck.
Getting a paycheck. And I think they want to appear like they're taking this very seriously because a cop was murdered. We're taking it so seriously. We're hiring in help. No, it looks like you're trying to save face, and nobody in your office wants it or wants to do it. And they're going to have that same affect that Lolly had, that, oh, I guess I'm here. I'll do my job. I did the best I can do.
Wow. All right, listen, it's 10 o'clock. We've taken so much of your time, and I know you got stuff you got to do, but we greatly appreciate the time you spent with us this morning.
I really appreciate it. You guys have no idea.
And when the trial starts, you're more than welcome to jump on. You know, we're going to have an open door policy, stuff like that.
Come up and visit.
Yeah, hang out with us.
I will. Thank you.
So, all right, listen, you have a wonderful day. Have a great night, and we're in our prayers.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye,
All
guys.
right, bye-bye. Nice meeting you. All right.
That was awesome. Mike. Boom.
Wow, dude. Yeah.
Makes my head, there's so much in my head. I totally understand now. I get it. I so get it. I do.
It's good that she's like 10,000 feet looking down and everything. We're like on the ground floor.
Yeah, we
and
can't.
she's seeing we can see so much of it because we're like this people in bodies where she's like, all right, I can see like a microdots video and look down and come right in and zoom in on something, which is it's good perspective. And fresh eyes, the more brains, the more eyeballs is better. Especially with educated people and good questions. And she can explain things like the T-Mobile thing to us. Like, if you wanted to get new phone numbers and new SIM, you could actually get rid of that phone. I knew you were going with that because they did collect the phones, and everybody went out the next day and got new phones with new phone numbers. Yeah. So, but I knew that's where you were going. Right? It's she used Celebrate though. And people, she did. So you can walk into a T-Mobile store and they actually have a Celebrate line. Interesting. So that's very fucking. Does anybody out there know anybody in Verizon that has a Celebrate station at their fucking office?
I want to throw this out there real quick because I ran across this.
What's up?
Come on, do it. Lay it on right here. Do it. Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Okay. Do it.
Do it. Dude. Nathan.
Do it. Do it.
Okay. Do it. Mm-hmm. Do it.
All right. And you?
Do it. Do it.
Did you see Nathan smirking?
Isn't that something?
Oh, I love that, man.
Oh.
Copyright, Tommy. Be careful.
Ooh. I stopped it. I don't know. There was something else that I got. I'm looking for it now because it's I had to hold on. Don't go nowhere. Where are we?
I'm not going anywhere. So tomorrow we have an 11 o'clock start. Is that what the game plan is?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow is 11.
Someone's saying to me that Bradle has a hearing today for something.
Yes.
I'm not sure what's going on with it or if it's even on Zoom or anything like that, but I'm not sure if if anybody knows anything, let us know if you can, because I'm not sure quite what it might be. Is it because of
Where are you?
he might have doxed to let some numbers out? I mean, somebody's phone. I don't know what's going on. Some people need help.
Yes. Wait a minute, wait a minute.
What's up?
I'm trying to figure out how I get A to B. Wait a minute. I sent it to myself, but it's not on my computer. That ain't it. Olivia Lambeau. Motion to stay. We got that. Oh, pitches. Did I send them? Hold on. I got pitches.
So you guys like Miss McKinley? I do too. McKinney, Miss McKinney, Esquire. Yes.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on one second, guys.
Oh.
I want that. Send. I was popping around and I found something. And I think you guys were gonna find it interesting. Not that it's not out there. It's not a big deal. That send. But it kind of is. So file. Me. Send. All right. Here we go. So I'm going on LinkedIn, and let me show you who I found. Check this out. See this?
Yeah, you sent that to me yesterday. Yeah.
Colleen Crawford, right?
Yeah,
And she works at the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office,
that's right.
Mass College of Art,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
She's an artiste.
Right.
Congratulations, Bella. Who's Bella?
No clue.
No clue. And Lance, but multimedia director and certified, whatever, Norfolk County District Attorney's Office full time, Mass College of Art. So she went to school to do Photoshop stuff, so she can Photoshop whatever she wants.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
Oh,
And then-
okay. You try.
and-
Okay.
There's too much there, and then the DA hires her company to do work. Her and Fanning, same thing they're doing. That's Howie Carr calls it a hack. That's a hack when you can do that, right?
Double dip.
Bingo. And
Costco's doing a triple dip right now. A triple dip. Yeah.
Howie, help us out, friend. Anyone know Howie? Get him on this. You know? So Miss McKinley was great. I think we're gonna hear a lot about her. Yeah, said Bella's mom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I have no proof of that. So
No idea.
It's McKinney, there's no L in there, buddy.
Yep.
McKinney. We bring in a big guest.
Looking for
Tommy
thumbs
Mike.
up in the algorithms, guys. A little thumbs up
Yes.
ain't gonna hurt, right?
Yeah, you sons of bitches. You sons of bitches.
So there you go. There's all sorts of links and connections between everybody, man. There's a little bit of conflict of interest.
Well, but Miss McKinney just pointed it right out. She's like, she cannot get over the coincidental arrangements people have, and just how everybody knows everybody. The big one I'm anxious to see on the stand is Mr. Officer Sergeant Detective Kevin Albert.
Yep.
Remember that theory we were sent yesterday?
Yes.
That was a banger. Like, he might be playing a lot more into this than we think. And I can't believe
a lot.
Yeah. And obviously the prosecution's not calling him, but the defense is. But shit, I think there's 91 for each side now. I'm trying to figure it all out. Yeah, 91 people. So, and some of them are calling the same people. I mean, so it's like, so the same concert. So really, it's like 60, to get in around the same, like that are different, so to speak. But they're calling the same people, man.
And we know we know some of the questions, right?
So you know how the Greek couple wasn't called by the prosecution? Well, they're on the defense list. You know what I mean? So they're calling up people that were good for us last time that weren't good for the prosecution. They're bringing them up on the defense side. So yeah, like the Beaties are going to be on there. I mean, I know that Turtle Boy went over this last night, so I'm not going to rehash what he did, but he was going through who they were. Like the Toad Truck driver is going to be up there.
Yep. Thank God.
Yeah, I know. Gallagher again. Jutras again. Jutras's assistant is going to be called up there.
Okay.
Which is good. Helena Rafferty, good.
Okay, Jutras was the Canton technician guy who took some information off the discs and gave it to the state police, and they tried to give it back to him, and he's like, I have never seen that disc in my life.
That's right.
So that disc most likely could have been photoshopped, altered, edited by none other than Fanning and Crawford at their second company, which the DA hires to do the work for them.
That's correct. So I even went as far as looking up PPP loans for these companies just to see I couldn't find anything.
Nothing there. Well, we need to get Eve. Eve knows what nooks to look in. She's that's definitely good.
I went down a rabbit hole yesterday, and I was like, I can't do. I even tried it for Brian Albert's company.
Yeah.
If they got any covenant loans, just to see if they were on. That's shady shit. That's
all of it is, buddy.
That's fucking shady. How the
neither one of us can fathom it because we don't do that type of stuff, dude. We don't think like that. That's why it's so obscene to us.
Kevin Reddington has an office where Brian Albert has a business.
Yes, that's the front. It's a front.
And then Kevin Reddington is Jen McCabe's attorney.
Yes, sir. He is.
And then
he's my parents' attorney also.
Right.
You don't hire Kevin Reddington because you did good.
Yeah, he's that
guy
in Dover.
He's the guy.
Guess who else lives in Dover?
Don't know, Mike. Who?
Hanky.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we can't talk about it because we don't want to dox him.
Oh, he
doxed. But there's a town over there, Over there. Yeah. Real quick, Quam Lee, let me show you something, bud. This is my buddy. This happened Saturday. Oh yeah.
Holy Jesus, dude.
That's small. That's tiny. That's wicked tiny, dude.
You know the same pond?
Yeah. That's where we always go there. Dude, check this out, right?
Fucking hey, dude.
This is big. I've seen big.
That's crappy.
Yeah. Massive.
Stick bait again.
How big his mouth is, guy? Huge.
I know. Yeah.
That's a big fish.
Those are good eating, allegedly.
Yeah, they are. Perch are good too. But yeah, those are the type of fish we catch. They're just solid, all big. Muscles, shoulders. Rawr. No, we catch them and we throw them back. That's all. Yeah. Interesting day, bud. I'll tell you that much. It's been great so far. Right. Can only get better, right?
Well, tomorrow's going to be interesting. We have 11 o'clock start tomorrow, so that means we're going to be going to 4. But I'm trying to find out what's going on with Bradle today. I don't know.
I don't think it's anything we got to worry about.
I hope so.
I think it's just formality. No one, I wouldn't worry about it.
Right.
But, sweet.
What else? You want to talk about anything else? We good? Or what do you want?
No, I think we're good. And does the chat want to chit chat? What's up with you guys? No, let's take a call.
Or a question in the chat, either or, whatever you want to do. I don't care.
I'll just pop up on Google Voice.
All right, man.
Copy the number. Copy.
Hey, did we have a mod takeover the other night?
Probably. You know who?
You know what? Kelly. What?
Let me say, I would throw this out there. If we get done with our show at 10:30, I would absolutely love if Jess Machado came on and went from 10:30 to like 12, and then have Amy and the mods from 12 to 2 or 12 to 3. Just keep this thing rolling all day long. That's what I want. I would love. Oh, we got a call. No, hold on one second. Hold on, let me put you on. You are live online with Tom and Mike.
Hey,
Hi.
hi, it's Anne-Marie from
Hi,
Whitman.
Hi, Anne-Marie from Whitman. How are you today?
I'm good.
What's up? What's new?
Well, I wanted to just I was in the chat and I wanted to tell you how SIM cards work.
Okay. I'm in. I'm all ears. Let's go.
So when you swap out SIM cards, before 2023, you would have a physical SIM card. And then the iPhones in 2023, halfway through, switched over to eSIMs.
So they're cloud-based, right? Right?
Now they're cloud-based. But back then, you would never destroy a SIM card.
Because that's your actual phone number and everything, right?
Yeah, your actual phone number and everything. If you're going to change a phone number, you would go into the store. They would just give you a new SIM card. You'd give them the old one, and they would just throw it away because they're no longer good. So why would you destroy it?
I have 2 cards in front of me, and I have a question. One I know is an MMC card, and the other I don't know what it is. Can you see the screen by any chance?
Yeah, hold on. I got to put it on mute because I didn't want to have a.
Okay. One's just a regular card. The other one come out of my phone, one of my burners.
I don't see it on the screen.
I'm holding it. It's just like the
Oh,
card.
okay. Yep.
It's just smaller. It goes in the
Yeah.
phone. It's like the it's like not an eSIM card, but it's
Yeah. So the white one on the left.
ESIN.
Looks like
Yes. What's this one?
on the right, the black one?
This one.
Yeah, I don't know what one that is. Does it have a carrier on it? That one looks like it's like AT&T, Verizon, the white one.
But what is this? Do you know what this is called? I know they're both SIM cards, and I think this one's an MMMC. This one, what's it, a nano card they call it? They're saying in the chat.
Oh, yeah, the smaller ones.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's just because some of the devices that might be older took a different size SIM card back in the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Yeah.
Why would anyone destroy this? It doesn't
make any sense because SIM cards aren't reusable. So once you change your number, like that SIM card can no longer be activated. You might nobody can get any information off of it once you change your number. That SIM card no longer can be activated. So we probably did that all for nothing.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you for that. That was wonderful. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. And did you go to the Whitman Standouts by any chance?
Yes, and I went to the pizza party and sat
Yes.
next to you,
Okay.
Mike.
Yes. Just making sure. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to say not to. I'm just making sure. But thank you for everything.
You don't want to dox me, and I don't want to be, the trolls come after me.
Enough. All right. Listen, have a good day. I'll talk to you later, dear.
You too. Bye. Love you guys.
Thank you for everything you do.
Yeah. All right, man.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
That was freaking cool.
Yeah. Good. That was a good one. I love when people get involved.
Nice. All right, bud.
All right,
I think we're good for today.
You will post what time we're going on, and we'll be at the courthouse tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be at the courthouse.
I'm thinking 10.
All right, pal.
Because if it starts at 11, it's a half-hour trip in, so roundaboutish, and get there before then. So,
all right, man.
9:30 maybe
Whatever you want to
9:15.
Another call.
All right, let's take this. Yeah, I'll take this one last call real quick. Oh, this is our friend. Hold on.
From
John.
Yes, it is. Hold on, Mike.
Go ahead.
You are live, my friend. I know who this is, Mike. This is John from New Mexico. Yes?
Yes, sir.
How are you, friend?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. What's new in New Mexico?
Nice. Same old, same old. Snow, rain, sun. Snow, rain, sun. Mother Nature doesn't know how to make up her mind.
So, did you do your homework and look into Care and read some more?
I sure did. I'm all caught up. I'm all caught up on it.
And Proctor got fired?
Proctor got fired. That guy should have got fired right after he testified.
Yep.
My opinion.
You're right on the money there. Yep.
He's a disgrace individual to make those remarks on text messages. That's pretty low for a public servant to speak about a member of the public like that.
I know. There's no need for it. I mean, you're making fun of us, the girl's medical condition. Come on. Unacceptable.
Yeah.
You can't control that. She's not, like, come on. But if it was him, right?
Right. Or his wife.
Exactly.
Or his sister,
yes.
Or his mother.
You
somebody
see,
related to him.
Yep.
How about if somebody did that to his family, how would he take it as?
Exactly.
I think this whole case, as of right now, as I caught up to it, should be completely thrown out the window and not prosecute this young lady. I think she's getting railroaded by that government in Massachusetts. I don't think it's corruption everywhere, like I said it before, but that place is pretty foul. I believe everybody's involved. I believe there's judges that are taking care of judges, and the DA taking care of DAs. That mafia attorney is something else, man.
Brennan, Hank Brennan.
Yeah.
Yep.
That mafia attorney is something else. He's not there to prosecute Karen. He's there to protect all those other people, all those Alberts and McCabe's. He's there to protect them.
Yep.
He's not there to prosecute that. She's a fall person. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I think these attorneys, the defense attorneys, hopefully they have a good strategy this time around, because man, there were so many slip ups, so many things going on. The way I found you, sorry to change the subject, the way I found you is on the internet.
Okay.
So I was reading articles, and then I saw videos, and there's videos of multiple content creators, multiple different people of content creators that are covering the story.
No kidding.
So I found a lot of them. Yeah. So if you Google like Karen Reed, and then you select the video selection, there's all kinds of videos. That's how I found you. I found Turtle Boy or Aiden or whatever that gentleman's name is.
Yeah.
That guy reminds me of a buddy of mine. He's very outspoken. He's boots on the ground. Everybody does their own thing different. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There is the First Amendment of the Constitution where you can peacefully to assemble and protest and stuff like that. But when you're on somebody's property, that's considered private property. I think you just went a little too far. I'm not bashing him or anything.
Right. No, I understand.
You gotta control your battles. How you wanna fight this.
Exactly.
He already has a lot of charges on him. Like, I would step back a little bit. Me personally, if I had that many charges, I have a friend right now in Arizona that did more or less the same thing what Aiden did, but everything was on the internet. Nothing was at these people's houses. So he has 23 felonies for intimidation, for harassment, for different things. And these are all public servants. They're judges, they're attorneys, they work for a college. They're a mayor, they're city managers in Arizona, and all these people are coming after him for intimidation. Something, not witness intimidation, but just harassment and stuff like that. I think it's stupid. The way the government plays with the law,
Yeah.
I think it's very shady. It's
Yeah, it
very
is.
shady.
But
But now
listen-
back to Karen Reed. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, but we got trial 2 coming up, and we got to deal with this. That we know the corruption's there. We still got to go ahead and do it. That's messed me up.
So the other thing is, I would like to say, I've been to a lot of courthouses, been to a lot of trials in person, stuff like that. What this judge is doing is violating your guys' First Amendment right. You guys need to seriously invest into a pot of money, hire a badass civil rights attorney to go after these people for your buffer zone. That's in violation of your guys' First Amendment right of the Constitution.
100% correct. You're right.
Judges have no authorization out of their courtroom. Not even the courthouse, their courtroom. The courtroom is their domain.
That's a great point, Mike.
They can't put rules or anything like that outside of a courthouse.
That's
All that
freaking
is
right.
public property. That's public property. I would highly,
Mark Rendoza, where did it?
if you guys, content creators in that area or wherever you guys are at,
Yep.
put money aside into a pot and hire a badass attorney. Sorry for cussing on your.
No,
channel.
it's all right. You're not wrong. That's the thing. And we already went down that road. We did.
Well, you gotta.
The
shouldn't do
Canton
anything,
9.
though.
These people got arrested for holding a sign across the street because it hurt somebody's feelings. Legit.
Yeah.
So
Mark Rendoza.
That was at the pizza place, right?
yes.
But I'm talking about the courthouse, which is two different things.
That's correct.
Yeah, we did.
The buffer zone, the buffer zone is stupid that judge is an idiot. I'll tell her to her face.
Yeah. So they took, like Scott said, they took it to the Supreme Judicial Court last year and we lost. So, but hey, listen, bud, we got to
all in on it.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen,
Talk to you later.
Hey,
have a good one.
listen, be safe and thank you for the call. It's great hearing from you again, my friend.
If the trial's on, I'll be there March 31st.
Can't wait.
Also on in April.
Well, you know it will be, right? That's awesome.
All right, man.
All right, we'll talk soon.
All right.
All right, thanks, bud. All right, that was awesome. I missed that.
Hey, I meant to tell you, I know you saw the message from Deanna Corby. She wants to come on tomorrow morning.
Okay, that's not a problem. Matter of fact, let me
get-
share that screen. That's already, I got it up in front of me right now.
Yeah, so we can get her on tomorrow morning. She wants to talk
There
about
we
the 30th
Yep.
national stand. Okay.
Yep.
And condolences to Meredith's uncle, get hit by a car.
Unfortunate.
So, yeah, it sucks. Sorry to hear that.
Sorry, Meredith. You're in our
Yep.
prayers.
Yeah, stay there. That what a timing. I mean, Jesus Christ, all this stuff going on, and then you get something like this happening. You know what I mean? Like, and his turtle boy just saying things. He's getting felony charges and all this other stuff. This girl gets all drunk driving, hits a guy. She's gonna put up 15 grand. She's all walking around like no big deal.
Mike,
but she's
I want to go over this tomorrow. I mean, not Wednesday. So maybe the girls can bookmark this for me. But this is kind of important. You see this, Mike?
What is, buddy?
Ex-Stoughton police detective pleads guilty in corruption.
Well, how long ago was that one? I know there was one a while
2010,
ago.
February
Yeah,
16th.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Out of Stoughton. I didn't hear about this.
Oh yeah, dude. It runs
Bickerton.
deep over there. Yeah, runs deep, dude. It's
wow.
I can't get. We can keep
so-
going. We
Yeah.
can keep going, and it just keeps coming up and up and up and up.
I want to go that. I want to take a peek at that road down there. See it on next week. So I mean, on this week, Wednesday.
Yeah, no problem, man. But
Awesome.
So,
awesome
Ben,
show,
we're gonna have-
dude. Awesome show. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
God damn it, Mike. Deanna is absolutely definitely getting her on.
You gotta read the we gotta read the contributions too, buddy.
Yep. Also,
What?
Mike,
Yeah.
this lady has a lot of ducks.
Yeah. What do you mean?
All different
ducks?
types. She's got a bunch of them.
All right.
Bunch. We collectively, everybody, we're all going to name the ducks, put a QR code on them, and let them down the Missouri River and see where they end up.
No way.
We're gonna find out where the ducks go. We could maybe end up in the Gulf of America because it dumps into the Mississippi.
What's the largest river in America?
Colorado.
Nope, Missouri.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
A
But
lot of people say that Mississippi, but it's
her and her son want to take these ducks. We'll put a QR code on them. We'll name each one of them, and we'll put them in the river, and we'll see where they end up. That sounds like a good idea.
No, yeah, but what if a bass eats one of them or something? A fish?
They'll probably spit it
out. That'd be a hard shit.
Yeah.
No, it's the Missouri River, people. Missouri, not Mississippi. God, sorry.
If they're wearing hats, you can put the QR code on the hat, and then just like put some spray paint, some seal, like a clear coat, just to seal it up a little bit.
Oh,
and let them run.
I'm down for. How many are we going to let go?
She's got a lot. I mean, a lot.
Some are like cops, and some are like regular citizens and stuff.
Well, I saw one, and I knew right off the bat who you'd name it after. Let me see if I can find the picture of it real quick. But I think it's a good idea, right?
Yeah, that's fucking fun.
We can all have some fun. We can all have some fun with it, right?
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know, if someone gets the duck and they see the QR code, all we got to do is just make a quick little Facebook thing.
All right.
All right. So with oh my goodness.
Before you pull the picture up, hey, so people are telling me, like, if you have information, please, that's very good, or like sourced, like Tom and I were talking this morning. Can you before you post it, DM one of us?
Yeah.
So that we can get it off to the proper people,
because it may be critical. Really.
Yeah, we don't want legit. We don't give the prosecution a leg up. So if you have something, a person you want us to talk to, or someone needs to talk to, then let us know. Yep. We'll talk about it, people, because they watch X, they watch Facebook, they watch everything. Hey, Kelly, what's up?
Hey, it's the Minnesota River, by the way.
Come on, it's the Missouri.
No, it's the Minnesota
River.
She lives in Minnesota.
Oh, I thought you said it was the longest river in America.
Oh, yeah. Missouri. No, the one that she was thinking about doing it in is the Minnesota River.
Okay. Thank you.
So if I put someone's phone number, if I put Jen McCabe's phone number on these ducks and let them all go.
I mean, I'm not part of that, so I don't know, but
so check this out.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna name some of those.
She showed me one. There's a brown one, and she said she wanted to name it after Pooper Tractor.
Proctor Trooper.
Pooper Tractor.
So she's got a lot. So I figured we all can name them, and we'll do something with them. Maybe we won't put them in the river. Maybe we'll find a way to maybe a creek. Right? We're talking about going to a creek.
Creek. It's a creek.
So
out there, it's a creek. So we'll do a little race. We'll do a duck race. How about that? We're not going to leave them out in the public. We're not going to pollute it. We're going to have fun with this.
We name the ducks. We know the exact river we should go, right behind D&E, over the bridge that time that we're going.
Right? Yep. That's a creek. We'll go play in that river.
Let's just say over the river and through the woods.
It's a creek. What's a creek? It's a creek. Fishermen. I don't know what it is.
Mike, well, I'll find a nice little river we can do. Nice.
I wouldn't put anybody's phone number on it.
We're not putting phone numbers on it.
No, but we got to name them, and then we've got to figure a way to race them.
River or creek? Stop it, Scott. River. It's a creek.
Just wanted to remind you there's a lot of super chats too, so don't forget those.
Oh yes, thank you, Kelly.
And everyone that sent them, thank you very much for being patient. And we got new members, Mike S. Rains, new member. Thank you.
Right.
Cheryl with an S. I love my mug.
Member for 4 months, man. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go. I just wanted to hop up and correct the river.
Sweet. Listen, happy birthday yesterday, by the way.
Thank you. I had a great day.
You're doing a fabulous job with Modern too, by the way.
Thank
Yeah.
I actually wearing my
couldn't-
shirt that says my Tom CPU mod shirt today.
You like that shirt?
Oh,
I love
nice.
it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
She earned it.
So
But listen,
Um,
again, really, thank you for everything you do. I do appreciate it.
Did you have a you and Amy do a show the other night?
yeah, Amy. So on Amy's platform or her
Yeah.
YouTube, we've
Yeah.
been combining it together, the two of us, and we've been doing
Right.
we've had multiple shows together. We interviewed the North Carolina State Highway Patrol retired guy on Friday.
I saw that.
We've had who else have we had on? We've had Mini Mike on.
Minion Mike.
Minion
Yep.
Mike, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
great. He's so good.
We've had one of the ladies from Lawtube, not or
Well,
Law Girls Not Lawyers podcast.
when are Tom and I coming on? What the fuck?
Well, we're planning that, but Wednesday we have Auntie Deb coming on.
What? You do?
And it
What?
should be the Kelly Show. Mike, stop it. It should be pretty funny. I think we have a special guest that's going to come on there with us as well, which is your little knickknack will probably be up there.
Oh yes.
We have some games that we have planned to play, and it's gonna be an Auntie Deb. Okay, it's gonna be that kind of stream. So
And when is that? When is that again?
That's Wednesday at 6.
All right, everybody,
Yeah.
please don't forget Wednesday 6. By the way, I want to thank everybody for helping and supporting Amy. You realize we saved her. We saved her from cancer. We grabbed her and we said, "Not today, bitches." And we pulled her back and we took her for our own.
I'm
Imagine
still waiting
that.
to know when she gets the tattoos. That's all I want to know.
We saved that poor girl, man.
I know we did.
We did that.
So you get the tattoos Wednesday at 6 p.m. You got them already?
That's what showtime.
Wednesday at 6 is Auntie
Showtime.
Deb. The stream's already up on Talk Time with Amy Boston.
All
Amy, we're thankful for you. You brought us all together. You taught us a lot of stuff. You made us believe in stuff. And that, listen, God put everyone together for a reason and to save you. It's what it was. So you ain't going nowhere. We got you. We got you, lady. So that's awesome.
Amy knows what I'm talking about with tattoos, so she knows.
Yes.
So Tommy knows, but yeah, she's dying when they're laughing in the chat. So that's good. I'm glad because I saw that. I was like, you guys are doing good, man. I'm happy.
Yeah, we've had some pretty fancy guests myself with,
Is it more like a coffee and having just talking and chit chatting and questions?
Yeah. So
yeah.
for Amy and I, it's real life. We have kids, husbands, cats, dogs. Like something's gonna happen, and we are not gonna just stop everything because of it. Like, so you come on and you're just gonna see real life. We tell everybody it's not something that is fancy. There might be a lot of bad words, but
Do you find it therapeutic? Do you find it therapeutic?
I do. It actually helps me a lot. It helps me. It gives me an hour of hour and 2 of my time, which I don't normally get. So we don't schedule a lot through the week, but we try to do like 1 or 2. So if we do, it's great because I can go back into my bedroom and do the show. We had Happily Angry Lawyer on and from X, and he was one that talked to us. So it's just a lot of fun, and it's real life, and we're not like quiet in the studio and being all serious all the time. And we talked about Karen Reed this last week with the North Carolina State Highway Trooper. He was great. It was an amazing conversation. So
good for you, man.
But
so what's the name of the show? What's the name of the station?
It's Talk Time with Amy Boston.
Yeah. What's your handle?
I have mine as Kelly. My YouTube is Kelly Steffi, but I stream it from StreamYard to
my YouTube.
Okay.
So that way
All
I
right,
can
cool.
not have to stress, because if Amy can't, she was going to change her name, but she can't change her name because that's what comes up on her comments.
Okay.
And she doesn't want everybody to not know. So,
Yep.
but
right,
I
we'll
can
get
post,
we'll get you there. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you have like? Yeah.
All right.
You have 4 what do you have like 4 members? What do you got going on?
We don't have any members because we haven't hit 1,000 yet. We have to hit 1,000 subs.
Please,
So
if everyone goes
halfway
over
there.
there, please hit the sub button on her channel. We got to get her
I
over
will tell
1,000.
you that Amy we've gotten 100 in the last 3 shows. We've gotten 115 new subs, and
All
on
right.
Friday we had over 100 people watching.
All
So
right.
Well, we'll get you there. Baby steps.
That's right.
Yes.
Baby steps.
All right.
All right, Miss
So-
Kelly.
I'm gonna go. I just wanted to hop on and let you know.
All right, Kelly. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna send something in a minute, but I want to show this to Mike real quick.
Oh,
Go
and
ahead.
thank you for all the birthday wishes, everybody. I
Love it.
I had a really good day.
Good.
And I wanted to say thank you to Tommy. Tommy provided us with dinner last night.
Least
Aw.
I can
as a
do.
birthday
Least I
gift,
can do. Come on now.
and it was amazing. But that's
You
it.
have-
I just
so
wanted
you-
to say that.
I sent you a new car. You didn't get it yet. The car should be there today.
Who, me? I'm like, you don't have my address. How did you send me a card?
Car. Driving car.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have my text, but if you're stalking me, that's fine. I just need to know so I don't, call the police. Like, I don't mind
cool.
stalker.
I loved your way your son wrote the birthday card for you.
Oh, wasn't that funny? So my
It was great.
9-year-old in my birthday card I opened yesterday morning, and if you watch
Yeah.
Auntie Deb, you would know he plays that song. That's Assault, which is it's from about Grant and his That's Assault.
Yeah.
And so my son wrote That's Assault at the top of the card, and then he said happy birthday to my beautiful mom.
Oh,
And then he signed it. But I thought it was so funny. I had to share it with Auntie Deb because I'm like,
I saw it.
I think
saw
my
it,
child watches. I listen to YouTube creators way too much, or my son's watching them behind my back. So I gotta make sure some of them he's not watching. So, but all right, love you guys. Thank
All right,
you.
Kel. Talk to you a bit, my dear.
Okay.
Bye, Kelly.
Bye.
Bye.
And one more thing before we go, Mike, have you seen this?
Yes, sir.
Check
What's
this
up?
out. Only a little bit.
All right, buddy.
This, I'm gonna send this to you. You can see this, right?
Who's the creator?
So it's
Oh, yeah. Is that with the arm? I forget. Good.
That's the guy with the arm.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ordered another one. Watch this and freak out.
Tonight is going to be a little bit of taillight talk, but not very much. I've actually got some thoughts and of some things with the backup camera, the size of the SUV, the windows, and the backup camera. And I know the deficiencies. And I know whenever it rains or snows, the backup camera doesn't really work that good. In fact, I don't ever trust the backup camera. When I back out of a parking spot, I back up as little as possible and then pull forward and try to turn out of a parking spot. I don't trust the camera because you can't see anything.
Where is it? He does this.
The car.
He's gonna do a bigger test so that you can actually see. Like that's his back camera.
Yeah.
In night when the snow, it's horrible viewing.
Right.
Because the snow reflects off the lights and it's almost whites itself out to a point.
Yeah.
And the
Right.
reverse lights don't light up.
illuminate.
Right,
illuminate,
exactly.
Right.
So he's gonna get more taillights and do more tests.
Station or
Right,
gas
yeah.
station.
Send that over to me. I'd love to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I watched the whole thing, and I'm just,
I'm just thinking about the sensors when it went off too, Tom.
that's exactly what he was saying. The snow on the sensors. I mean, you're gonna get
Yeah.
double beeping for no reason. Exactly what you said. Just the sensors themselves. You know.
And Lexus is no fucking around to find out. They got
No.
fucking cameras everywhere
Nope.
and sensors. Yeah. So.
All right.
But
So,
you know, yeah.
let's
I think today's interview with Miss McKinney was awesome. By the way,
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joyful. I love listening to you. I love that you're here, Joyful. Amy.
We gotta get Nan back on.
Yep.
So.
And please pass the Peppa.
Oh yes. Thanks
Hi,
for the $10.
Peppa.
Yeah.
Nice to see her.
Ben,
She's a sweetheart.
Ben Babe.
Jen text John at 12:31. Pull up behind me while looking out the glass door. New time at 12:32. Karen became a NASCAR driver, backed up to John to hook up his Wi-Fi at 12:36. Now, Mike, you know when you're connected to your vehicle, how far away can you walk before it disconnects?
I don't know the actual distance. If it's Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, you mean?
Yeah, if you're connected to Bluetooth to your car.
Oh, geez, what, 10, 15 feet? I don't know.
Minute you walk away.
Well, if I get my car,
yes,
and my wife has driven my car, and her phone's connected, and she's in her office, it's still talking to each other. That's 20 feet.
Yes.
I back out, and suddenly get to the top of the driveway, she goes out. So
right.
It's kind of actually it's like 40 feet, 30 feet, maybe a little bit longer. I don't know.
I'd probably say it goes probably a good 50 feet for a connection, not a strong one that you're gonna be. But I think the communication at 50 feet is probably the power output of each device. Yeah. So that's a big thing too, right?
Yeah, my car connects to it automatically. If her phone's in my house in the office.
If John's phone disconnected from Karen's car, it's game over.
Oh yeah, buddy. We all know. I know that. Why we?
Because if she went forward and backed up, he'd still be connected. But if he went in the house,
be careful.
up or down, and the phone disconnected, it's the only way it can get disconnected. So, all right, pull up behind me. Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
You know what I know.
I just want to say that I love your show. I grew up in Philly. You must know Flipper. And listening to you reminds me of talking to my older neighborhood guys. Free can't read.
What do you mean older? How old are you talking about?
I think it's just more the familiar being on the corner with the people. We try and keep it open like that.
Yeah, down the corner, yeah.
Smash the like or the next big guests will start being members only. Try me. Knick-knack.
Stop it.
We do appreciate you hitting the like button.
Yeah.
Feed your naggle. Peanut butter and jelly.
Can connect to multiple phones when only one phone can be used as the features. You're right. Good job, Eve. Yep.
Slow down. Julie Nagel's my favorite. She has got a following.
I saw your post, dude. I saw your post.
Happy Monday. First thing I thought of.
Oh, it's good, dude.
Mrs. McKinley, too, for you. What do you think about the DA hiring Brennan instead of using one of the ADs in the office? And if the feds knew who did it, would they have jurisdiction to charge them? Yes. Yep. So
some good questions. I think we give Mrs. McKinney a sweatshirt.
I think we should because she's part of us.
Yes.
Yeah. We won't listen. We're good. We got it. We'll figure something out. I promise. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We need a winner, so you have to collect them all. So we'll figure that out. We're gonna name them first. That's the problem we have. We gotta name them first. It's very important that we name them. They all have to have a name. So start thinking.
And then the person that finds them scans the QR code, and we find out where they are.
Bingo. No, we catch them. We go to the end of the stream and catch them.
All right. Okay.
Like we'll do a race.
Yeah. So the other thing I learned from this weekend too is that Karen moved once when the Nagel pulled up behind him, and then she moved up again to the flagpole, right? And then
Yep.
she fucking then from there, she pulled up way even farther and allegedly came back and then hit John. That's the new story. I didn't even realize that Jen said she moved once, twice, 3 times. In testimony, Jen McCabe said that. She saw her move 3 fucking times. Once when she pulled up right in front of the mailbox, the Nagel showed up. She pulled up again, and then she pulled up again the 60 feet that she needed when John allegedly got out then, and then he hit her. Then she hit him. Yes, right in the testimony, dude. Right in the testimony. I was like, what the this? I mean, come on. They're gonna crush this timeline. I know. I didn't really see. You forget so much, Tom. Like I forget so much.
I know. It's
you go back to the. I go back to the 3-point turn.
Yeah, that was they originally charged her with that.
Yes, and then that changed. So that's why what happens is we all get involved, all the sleuths, and all of us get all excited and stuff. We post it, and then the prosecution goes, "All right, fuck, we got to change that." We you know, so it's like we got to be smart. We're gonna be smarter than them, those fuckers. Anyway,
yeah,
that's all I got to say. And the new, if you haven't seen on X, the jury questionnaires out, guys.
Yep.
Hey, Tommy, I'm going to be on Auntie Deb tonight at 6.
Sweet.
I can't imagine.
You go to the bathroom first because you're gonna piss yourself. You're laughing. You're gonna have a ball.
I know, no filters. You can ask me anything you want. So this will be interesting. You might get a link. You might get a link during the show. So I'll be
okay. Well, I know you're gonna have a ball. So enjoy that one. That's gonna be fun.
He's gonna crush me. Crush me.
No, you Mike. You see, he's. You've met him in real life, haven't you?
No.
Oh, really? Oh, well, there you go, Mike.
You have.
Yeah, he's great, Mike. Wait till you see. Oh man, I thought you knew. All right.
I think he should be. I think he should be a stand-up comedian. I think he's missing his. I think he should go on with it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, here's some of the duckies.
There's one there, right?
Are those hand painted?
I don't know, but they're completely different.
Oh my God! Yeah, huh?
So that's
all right. Who's that? Who's that going to be?
It could be Bradle. Who's who?
That's Kelly.
We'll figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And I don't even know how many ducks that she has, but I think we can figure out the names, right?
Oh my God.
So, all right, guys and girls. Tomorrow we got caught with Karen.
A long day tomorrow. All right.
We'll definitely see you guys tomorrow. Scott McGinnis, it's good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, Scotty. All right.
Yeah,
man.
Jimmy's a tall dude. He is. I didn't think he was, but he should play basketball. Jimmy. Auntie Deb. He's tall.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just,
everyone's tall to me, dude, but he's tall, Paul. If he had something in his hand and he put it up, I wouldn't be able to jump up and get it.
All right, man. I will see you, Banana. I'll talk to you
my
guys.
friend. Later.
All right. Later, chat.
And everybody that's here, love you all. You guys are the best. Please be safe. Enjoy yourselves today. It's Monday. Got a kind of important day tomorrow. So get your rest tonight. And we will see you tomorrow. Same, you guys know the routine. And we go from there. And we may have a guest, and you never know. But we'll fly like that. Guys, I love you all, and have a wonderful day. Gail, and yep, I'm just a little bit taller than him. Yeah. And see, there we go. I love that idea. This is what I mean by being organic and how we're kind of just fluid. You know what I mean? So that's a freaking dynamite idea. I'm in, right? So we all work this out tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll figure it out, right? I have faith in you guys because you guys are the best. Love you all for that reason. Well, just add it to the list, right? All right, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, have a wonderful day. Talk to you tomorrow at court. Bye-bye.